Alright, hello and welcome back. Let's continue where we left off last time with the PvP roam. I've said that probably like 100 times by now, maybe even more. Now I've been asked to show the Killmarks on the Orthrus, and there they are. Big blue marks on the hull. 425, I believe. I'm thinking, what should I do when I finally get 999 Killmarks on the Orthrus? I should do something special for that day. Now, there are some modifications on the build. As you can see, I am missing one drone, and I'll explain why I did remove the drone. Now, did use the Imperial Navy medium drone. It did work quite well when it is in range, but most of the time I am orbiting very far away. The control range is 32 kilometers. Now, if you're using rapid missiles or torpedoes, that's practically within the optimal range. So if you use these weapons, then you can use the one drone that the ship can hold. But I'm using the normal medium missile launchers that have 50 kilometer range. In my case, I orbit at 50, 45 or 40 kilometers, so the drone is practically useless at that distance. Now, the drone is also quite expensive. These faction drones go for a very decent price on the market. This one goes for, well, the price did go up from 75 million to 125 million currently on the market. So that's basically like buying a tier 8 or tier 7 ship. That's how expensive they are. And by not having a drone, I'm technically saving some ISK if it ever happens that I end up losing this Orthrus. Now, the Cavalry Navy Vespa is also not available on the market. Let me just double check that. It might be that my market is just bugged a little bit. So let me double check this. Yep, it's not on the market. Okay. Okay, well that's kinda worrying. But in any case, also planning to change my C-type ballistic control into a B-type or A-type ballistic control. Now, what's the catch with the ballistic controls? Well, the current C-type is sitting at around 1 million ISK on the market, while the B-type is sitting at 600 million, while the A-type is at 2+ billion ISK. So, not quite sure if it's actually worth the upgrade for such an amount of money. Now here you can see the price, quite expensive. This one is literally 100 times less expensive, but almost the same stats. 0.77% boost on the B-type. Not quite sure if that 0.77% is worth 600 million ISK at the moment, but when the price goes down, I'm absolutely sure that it would be a worthy upgrade. Well, I'll see what I do about the ballistic control. But with that being said, let the games begin. And today we are starting with one very juicy target. We have a lovely Machariel, my favorite faction battleship. The second place goes to the Barghest, of course, but the first place has to go for the Machariel. When I started to play the game, when I started to play this version of EVE, I practically made the Machariel one of my goals, and now I have one. So, a pretty good ship that did serve me very well. Okay, well, let's slowly approach this lovely battleship. It also has a nanocore, appears to be red. Now, I've seen a lot of ships with the red paint in the last month, so not sure if I'm to be blamed for that. Too many red ships are floating around ever since I bought the Orthrus. Not a bad thing, just a nice little detail there. So, we are working our way through the shield of the Machariel. Both of us are praying that this Machariel does not wake up, because these ships can have very scary DPS, as I did show a couple days ago. So, one of these faction battleships doesn't have a problem at deleting a cruiser if it feels like doing so. Now I'm safe at 40 kilometers, but my friend over there, well, if that Machariel has triple webs, then that bubble might be in trouble. And trust me, I did not want to rhyme that, it just came out of my mouth, but yeah, it happens, so let's just focus on the fight here. Machariel now going into low armor. They are webbed. They're slowly going towards the gate, but they are webbed. I think they have been dual webbed, so they're definitely not going to go very fast. It's a very pretty ship. It's a very beautiful ship, to be precise. Makes me feel bad for having to shoot it down, but you know, it might be a very juicy kill mill, so I'm not going to skip on that. Yeah, that's a very red Machariel there. Very nice nanocore. They are now in hull, going down, well, not rapidly, but they're definitely going down quickly. 50% hull, still doing full damage with my missiles. Or actually, should I say I'm doing 66% damage on my missiles at the moment. Around 66% because of the hull resistance. Time to go for the ram if I have enough time. Well, that's a very nice kill. Another Machariel goes down. And oh man, that was one scary Machariel. Triple webs and a scrambler. I do not want to be anywhere near a ship like that. If any of us would get webbed and scrambled, we would be dead, because that thing had a lot of DPS. Okay, let's proceed towards the next target. Another juicy faction ship is about to get jumped, and I am going to be the one who is going to serve as hero tackle again. I am now landing. We have a Gila. Alright. Now, you might know, I did probably say that a thousand times by now. Gila is not my favorite ship to tackle because these things are tanky. A Gila can easily tank my Orthrus without a problem. And I have to be careful not to go too close. They have been pointed. Okay, we'll proceed to orbit at 37 kilometers. Should have enough tank and capacitor to withstand the drones for a while. The 2 drones that the Gila has do enough damage for like 5 drones. That's because of the bonuses and of course the roll bonus, which is pretty good. Okay, let's apply the points again. There we go. Drones are on me, but for some reason I'm actually faster than the drones. So I guess I'm just going to be lucky for this round. Gila now losing the shield very slowly. They're definitely more focused on DPS. This Gila does not appear to be as tanky as the Gila that I fought couple days ago. The Gila that I fought a couple days ago was super tanky. It did hold against a Cinnabal and an Orthrus for a very long time, for more than 10 minutes. Okay, now they are in hull, and that Gila went down very quickly after its shield went down. Let's see what's inside of the wreck. I'm very curious to see if it's something very nice. You never know, might actually get B-type modules this way. Alright, pretty good, will not complain. Let's take range, wait out the criminal timer, and then we will go towards the next target. So far, pretty good start.
Active.
Alright, warping towards the next target. I still have very big problems with my ping. My internet is still pretty bad. That's like the main reason why my ship shoots out of orbit, because it does not listen, and that's mainly my internet to be blamed. Okay, Drake has been tackled, and well, let the fight begin. Now, Drakes are very tanky ships, and some would say the Drake is better than the Orthrus, and I would say I agree to one extent, to a certain point. The Drake is like 10 times cheaper than the Orthrus. The Drake has pretty good bonuses on missiles. It's also pretty tanky, like I've mentioned before. The main drawback is that the Drake is a battlecruiser, and it's slow. So those are the two main drawbacks that the Drake has. But overall, it's a pretty damn good ship, and this one is going to be tanking a lot of damage. So, they're currently around 50% shield, a little bit below 50% shield. It has a lot of shield, and they're also boosting that shield quite efficiently. It's not a large shield booster, that's a medium shield booster at best, or a dual medium shield booster fit. So I would assume that they also have a capacitor battery, or they have Nosferatus. In both cases, that means that this fight will take a while. Or not, because they seem to be losing shield. Okay. I might be wrong about the build there. Oh, okay, I started to do less damage, that's interesting. They might have activated another invulnerability field that was inactive up until this moment. It did take some armor damage. The tank is slowly going down, although it's repairing the shield. So definitely having at least one Nosferatu or one capacitor battery. 50% armor soon. They are still focusing down on the pirate ships. Okay, working my way through the armor now. It's still boosting shield a little bit. One of my missile volleys does hit the shield, the other one goes through and hits the armor. Somehow I lost points, that's because of the high ping that's going on. Okay, did take some hull damage there. A very tanky Drake. I'm actually impressed by how that pilot is using their ship. They're holding out incredibly well on just 5% shield. Still going through the shield and doing a little bit of hull damage each volley. But they're also boosting the shield a little bit, just enough for me to do less damage. They have no armor left, but still boosting shield. That's definitely at least one or two Nosferatus. Oh, yeah, two Nosferatus. Okay, that explains it. I have two Nosferatus on my ship. That will not be as efficient at this range, but still will probably give some percentage of capacitor to the Drake. 50% hull, still boosting shield. Going through, that did some hull damage. With each volley I'm going through the shield and doing a little bit of hull damage as well. We have a Cinnabel joined a little bit late to the party, but better late than never. And now the Drake is tanking both of us. Alright, Now the fun just started, I guess. Yeah, the tank has been broken. It did not manage to boost enough shield to withstand those last 2 hits. That was one impressive Drake, I'll admit. Almost tanked 100,000 damage there. Impressive. Very impressive. Good fight to the pilot. Alright, let's take range. I have to also wait out my criminal timer, then we can proceed towards the next target. Very impressed by how long that Drake held out. Alright, well, you could see one Ferox jumping through. I am chasing, jumping through the gate. Should tackle them at the other end. Let's see. I'm very hungry for kills. You can definitely see that by how much I click on the screen there. Okay, let's wait for let's wait to focusing fire, pointing them. Okay, they have been pointed. Let's maintain a safe orbit. Massive hit on the shield. Let's not lose points. Okay, everything under control. Second hit was pretty good. Ferox in 50% armor. Alright, we are almost at hull. Ferox usually goes down very quickly for some reason. I haven't encountered a tanky Ferox in a very long time for I don't know for what reason. I have to try that ship out for myself and see what I can do with it. Alright, one more or 2 more hits and excellent. Alright, let's check out the wreck and then I can continue towards the next location. We got some C-types, some decent... That was a PvP Ferox as well, very interesting. Alright, well, let's go through the gate and let's go towards the next target. I really should stop setting my orbit each time I warp to a location, because that's, I think, one of the reasons why I accidentally set a wrong orbit sometimes and the ship just shoots out. Alright, well, next blink ship on the menu, we have a Vigilant. Let's quickly take range. I don't like to be close to a Vigilant, these things are dangerous. Okay, pointed in a couple moments. Pointed, let's maintain range. That's a big first hit, deleted the shield of the Vigilant in 1 hit. Next volley is launched. And it missed. Alright, well, let's change orbit a little bit closer. Another huge hit on the armor of the Vigilant. They are now in hull, doing less damage on the hull than on the armor. That's kind of weird, but I guess it's okay. Nice, that was a sweet kill. Alright, let's grab the pod. Let's quickly send the pilot back to Yita for a new Vigilant. And let me check out what's inside of the wreck, or I'll just let that be. I'll just not take a look at the wreck this time. Let's warp to the next target. Blood Raider, small anomaly. Interesting. We have Caracal Navy. Okay. Let's quickly point the target. Pointed. Well, this Caracal Navy seems to be a little bit more tanky. It most likely uses invulnerability fields and a afterburner, so the damage of my missiles will be reduced by a good amount. Alright, a clean 1v1. Now the Caracal Navy is still a pretty good ship. It still does perform quite well. Back in the days when the game was freshly released and everyone hit tier 6, everyone used to fly one Caracal Navy. It was pretty fun. I was actually flying the RB at that time, the RB cover tops, which is still alive at my old home base. Pretty old ship that did serve me quite well. Okay, well, we are still fighting. The Caracal Navy is using rapid missile launchers, obviously, so I am safe at this distance. They have dual Nosferatus and one Scrambler or one Webifer, so I should be good at this distance. They cannot run, they cannot outrun me, and they can't do any damage to me, so I am safe and I can just maintain the range and keep on shooting. That's a very tanky Caracal Navy, but its shields went down and now the armor should go down very quickly. Overall, I'm also impressed by how long this ship did hold out. Usually Caracal Navies go down very quickly, but this one did stay on the field for a very long time, and that deserves a good fight to the pilot. Let me see what's inside of the wreck and let me get the pod. Well, not bad. C-type rapid missile launchers. Actually pretty good. A pretty solid build on the Caracal Navy there. Alright, well, that was a lovely run. We did have some very juicy targets today. And as always, hope that you enjoyed. Stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.